Insights with Terri Ep.206, a weekly look through the eyes of predictive astrologer Terri Ep.206. Here's Terri.
Hi everyone, this is Terri, and you're listening to Insights with Terri Ep.206. Thank you for joining me to explore together February the 10th through the 16th, 2025. And isn't there a lot going on? Holy cow. Boy, take your eyes off of the news for 1 minute and the whole world changes about 5 times. So I guess it's a pretty interesting time to live in. Aren't we so lucky? The sun is in Aquarius right now, and it's going to stay in there for a little bit. And Mercury, the planet of the mind, how we think, how we communicate, that's in Aquarius as well. Aquarius gives us a bigger picture. So we need that right now too, to be able to look at the big picture and not get caught in little events and narrow our, say, frame of focus to something too small. So this is going to give us a big, wide lens to look at everything through. And that's what we need to do, is step back and look at the big picture of everything that's going on, both globally, for your country, for your province, for your city, for your life. And we need to take some time to be, I would say, quiet. So get quiet inside of ourselves so that we can be given and receive the information that we need to from the universe to make good decisions for ourselves, to not panic and lose focus, or just run wild at free range. So it's a good energy field to have right now, and I'm so glad that we do right now, because leaders from other countries as well, or people in our own families, will be given a bigger perspective of what the situations are that we are personally working through, and as a species working through, as a culture working through. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is in Aries. Not the best place for it. Great for maybe having a tussle in bed with a stranger, if that seems to be your calling. But it is a good energy. It's impulsive. But it is a good energy to be in a mind frame that we would maybe look at what would we fight for. And I'm not recommending people to fight, of course. But Mars is the ruling planet of Aries. And Mars is the planet of passion. And it gives us the tools to know what's important enough for us to protect. What's important for us to know to go to the wall for? What do we deem important enough to stand up and, as I said, fight for? And I don't mean that we have to fight. We have to stand up. A very, very astute person said, if you don't stand up for something, then you'll lay down for anything. And we don't want to be that way as a country. So Aries will give us the attraction to, I'm standing up for myself. I'm not taking any of this nonsense. And that could be seen, and I can't say that I disagree with it at all. Canadians booing the Americans at the football game and the hockey game. And I know I've gotten some flack for agreeing with them. I would have done the same thing. And I think it brought things to the attention of people that needed to recognize that you're pushing Canadians a little bit too far. And if you do that, we will bite. If you corner us, we will bite. We prefer not to, but we're capable. So watch, there's going to be a consequence. So there's nothing wrong with that, sticking up for yourself. And Mars, the planet of love and beauty, is in Cancer and going retrograde. That's not the best place for it right now, when we need to be a little bit in touch with our anger so that we don't lay down and just allow things to happen to us. Retrograde is backwards, and Cancer is love and affection. So it's going to put us in that type of mind frame that we're either so woke, so kind, so ridiculous that we just accept anything and do anything, and it'll take our passion away. It can take our passion away. Or we could go the other way and be be stupid in our response. So we want to try to really, really work hard for balance. That's going to be the key to handling this well. And I do think that maybe some of our leaders, I'm not in love with many of them, but some of our leaders hopefully will be given the tools to handle this correctly and with thought and forethought as well. With the way the planets are right now. And same with our families. We are going to have some issues in our own families and situations, and these are general readings, of course, so I can't get specific, and I feel bad about that. But it'll give us an opportunity to look around at our own friends and our own families. Which ones do we want to let go of because maybe they don't work for us anymore, or we don't work for them. It's like getting rid of a sweater that you loved and cherished for a long time. Could never really picture yourself living without, but now you've outgrown it, or the color's off, or whatever, and now you'll let somebody else enjoy it. So we're doing this with friends, family, relatives that maybe just don't fit in our lives right now, and maybe we're making a healthy choice to let that go. Where the moon is for us right now tells us a lot. It can really, really impact the emotional state of what we're doing. Here's the challenge, kids. The moon can change in a day and a half or 2 days. So the moon is really, when I say volatile, I mean it's always in flux, always changing. If we have a week where the moon, because it's emotional, doesn't change too many times, it can allow us to be a little bit feeling more stable. But this week, holy Toledo, I like, it's just like flopping all over the place. So be prepared to have a lot of emotional roller coasters this week for many of us. Now I'm tuning into my animals, right? So I'm preparing myself to have my animals really have some emotional changes. Maybe the way the moon is right now, maybe on Monday they'll be all loving and nice with each other, and then on Tuesday the moon changes to Leo and they'll want to fight with each other or be very short in their fuses, and then a full moon on Wednesday in Leo, which can also be impulsive and cranky, ready like the cat, ready to just meow. And then Thursday it changes to Virgo, and that can be worried and nervous and anxious, and I got to get this done, and I'm not working hard enough, and all kinds of anxiety. And then on Saturday it changes to Libra that says, oh, don't worry about it, honey, it's going to be fine. So we are going to be all over the map. Just be prepared for that. Okay, just if you can, when you feel it coming on you, if you do, just relax, just take a breath, and try to balance yourself and say, what do I need to address at this moment? Now, the number 3 came up for us, pairing with where the planets are. That can offer us an opportunity to be really mentally alert, yay, and have a creative mind, which we're going to need during all of this upheaval. And it allows us to be original. So I'm going to say that I've seen our leaders do some things that are original and have shown good imagination. Like when they said that they were going to come back with the tariffs, they were going to hit all the red states' products to let them know that they're not satisfied with Trump's decision to put tariffs on our products. They came up with the imagination of maybe trying to help us by Canadian, showing us what the labels mean and how better to find the information that we need if we're going to support Canadian. So that's just an example of creative mind, original, good imagination, number 3, pairing with where the planets are. We could be very irritated by boredom, so try this week to keep yourself occupied and not get too bored, because then maybe our minds get thinking in the wrong direction. And it also offers us an opportunity to be a little bit more cooperative with others, which might just serve us with some of the issues that we're going through right now. And if you're really lucky, you might get some fairy dust on you and be charming and witty with the number 3. But be careful, because critical energy is in this too. So we could become critical of other people. So we need to take those tools out of our toolbox and maybe learn how to be more diplomatic with the number 3 here. And we need to work freely and without restraints. This is an energy field that's like, don't tell me what to do, I know what to do. You can offer a suggestion, but get off my back kind of thing. So there's a lot of nuances here with number 3, with where the planets are. When I pulled some cards for us for the reading, holy Toledo, kids, it's all major cards, all of them, every one of them, which tells me that we are in a time, and I didn't need, and you don't need a reminder, in a time right now that is very important. The decisions that we make as a country, as a province, as a person, are going to have a huge impact on our life in the next little bit. So major cards are warning to pay attention, to make sure that you are really looking at things critically, and you are looking at all sides of the coin. One of the ones that I'm concerned about is one of the cards that came up. I can't hit them all because our podcasts aren't long enough. Maybe they're too long for you. Is health. There's going to be some challenges on many people in the health arena in the next few weeks. So really pay attention to your immune system. Maybe, I'm just suggesting, you might want to go back to wearing a mask for a little bit if you're in a highly populated area that is suspect. We may want to go back and maybe go back to some of the essential oils that are antimicrobial, antiviral, antibiotic, which would be your oil of oregano, your lemongrass, eucalyptus, tea tree. Those are the ones that just pop into my mind. And maybe smell them after you get out of a crowd, or just put some on the bottom of your feet to give you that little extra immune boost. But health is going to be an issue in the next little bit. That can mean accidents, anything to do with your body that isn't working right. That's what it can be. Some opportunities that could have, should have, would have come up may be stalled or delayed. So some of you that maybe are waiting to hear something to help you move forward. A lot of the way the cards are positioned right now are suggesting that it's going to be very difficult to move forward. Many of us are just going to feel like we're treading water, not going anywhere. But I'm thinking, looking at this, it's where we're supposed to be for right now. Because if you're not sure of where you're going, you can't just go blasting out there and making a mess of things. And some of us are going to be tasked with starting, when I say a new life, a new approach to things, a new way of doing things. And the people that are asked to start this new journey for themselves may have a false start. You know, when runners have a false start and they have to go back to the start line to start again, we may experience that. And the opposite is true for some of us, where we might get just stalled. The engine just stalled and we can't get the car started again. So we're going to have to sit there for a little bit, wait till the flooded engine smiles on us again and lets it go forward. So basically that's what we will be working with this week. And I'm sorry it can't be more specific, but it is a general reading. So I want to wish all of you mental balance. Try to find your happy. Try all of us to just be really kind to each other and see what we can do for each other, and maybe take pressure off somebody else. Kindness doesn't cost us one damn thing. So it's okay to try to get creative and imaginative and original and all of those things. And how can I be kind? What can I do for somebody else to maybe brighten up their day and take the load off their shoulders? On that note, I would like to thank that kind Charlie O'Brien for doing all of this, putting this all up, because it wouldn't be up there if it wasn't for him, and putting us on Spotify podcasts, Apple iTunes, Amazon Music Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube. He gives me the link, and then I put it on Facebook. And he's created the website, www.terriworld.com, and he's archived 4 or 5 of the last podcasts if you need to catch up. And if you can help him, he's got a GoFundMe page right now, the big number8radio.com, playing the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s, all the oldies to make you feel good, all that old time stuff. So don't be afraid to pop in there and stream that. And if you can offer $1 or $2, he'd be really grateful. I'd be grateful to have you support him as well. So thank you very much in advance for anything that you feel that you can do. And thank you, Charlie, for all the help that you do for us. And you, if you need a reading, I'd be happy to help you with anything that I could so I can get specific for you. If you would like me to help you with your animal, I would be absolutely gifted to do that. So thank you. I'd be appreciative of that opportunity. So you have yourselves a really good week. Thank you again, Charlie. Thank all of you for tuning in and taking your time and listening to this little thing. And if you don't mind on the YouTube, just leave a comment. Is there something you'd like us to talk about? Is there something that you'd like us to approach? I'd be very grateful to have some interaction there. And don't be afraid to subscribe and like if you're of a mind. Help us grow. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week. If you need me, my email address is terri.coutts@gmail.com, or you can call or text 519-726-6699. Have a great week, everybody. Be nice to each other. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Insights with Terri Coots. Visit Terri's website at terriworld.com. TERRI world.com.